Morning, folks. I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters in the Pathfinder School. And out here at the Pathfinder School, we teach lots of classes from basic to advanced survival, intensive navigation, wilderness first aid, medicinal edible plants, lots of other classes you can choose from on our website at selfrelianceoutfitters.com under the training tab. And I encourage you to join us for a class in 2025. What I want to do today is I want to talk to you about a piece of vintage gear. And I've done lots of videos in the past about early 20th century Woodsman type gear. And what I've got here today is I have a 1940s LL Bean folding pack sled. Pretty rare item, pretty expensive if you can find one in good condition. I've got a really nice one here I want to show you. I've got it basically diamond lashed with 3 large pieces of firewood on here that have been harvested. I've got a folding buck saw on here and a 2-pound axe, my Council Tool Woodcraft pack axe. I've got my bedroll strapped to the front. Obviously, the sled is underneath. I've got my pack basket and my 12 gauge. With that, I'm ready to go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this down, take it apart, and I wanna show you the sled up close because it's a very unique design. It's a very cool item, and it's very retro and vintage, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So stay with me, and we'll get started. All right, guys, so all I did was laid my bedroll in the very front of the sled and put my shoulder strap right over the top of the 2 handles sticking out from that diamond hitch. Easy enough to pull that dude off when I'm ready to camp. Easy enough to get it off of there if I need to take the sled and go somewhere else with it and leave this at camp, all right? So I just took both of these tools, main tools for extremely cold weather, heavy duty buck saw and an axe, and I slid them under the lashings. Pretty simple situation. Now we've just put a simple diamond hitch on these 3 large pieces of wood that can be further taken down at camp with an axe and split down into kindling and firewood. So we'll get this diamond hitch off here, and I've just got it on with a slippery half hitch. And I just used the same loop I started with down here at the back side as a rope tackle. I have videos on how to make a diamond hitch correctly in my rope clinic videos. I have about 40 or 50 videos on a rope clinic that you can look at. Very easy to follow. Shows every single knot and lashing that you'll ever need for camping and woodcraft, okay? And then this just goes around normal. We'll pull it off real quick. So we get down to the sled here, which is the subject of the video. The one thing about all of this, lashings and tying and things like that, is that you always want them to be very easy to get undone and the rope to be easily recoverable when you finish so that you can use it for other things, okay? And this just started with a good 30-foot piece of utility rope with a bowline in the end. And everything was based off that single bowline, from rope tackling to lashing it to the sled to begin with. All of that started with that single bowline knot. That could be any end of the line loop. We teach the bowline at school because you can put tons of stress on that knot and it's still able to be undone very, very easily. And it doesn't do near as much degradation to your rope as other knots do with end of the line loops. So this is a really good one to learn right off the bat. Now, one thing you notice with that is that I chose river birch, okay? I chose river birch for a reason, because it's highly flammable, it has lots of oils in it, volatile oils. So it's very good starting material for a fire to get wet weather stuff going. And then you can dry out what materials you have around you along the way once you get that hot fire going. So this is a bent ash sled, and it is bent around. It's got really nice rawhide wrappings on it here to hold steel D-rings, and it has pins in it here that hold everything together. And it has 3 double rails here that are double spaced. There's the LL Bean label right there, LL Bean and Company. You can see that right there. Now, the sled folds. All you have to do is hit that bracket in the middle right there, and it's like a folding table. It just folds straight down like this. If you were traveling by motor car back in the day and camping from a motor car or camping at a base camp for deer hunting or something like that, and you needed a sled to drag gear to base camp or drag a deer out, it folding flat like this made it very packable in your vehicle. And then when you wanted to use it, it was very easy just to unfold that thing straight out like that, lock the bracket, and you were ready to go. And you had a nice wide skid flat sled made out of natural wood. It has a pull rope on the front connected to the D-rings here with a sliding handle so you can center it. That's made out of that nice same ash wood. And it is just a beautiful piece of old time camping kit that you don't see very often. Again, they're fairly rare to find, so they're not common, but it's something I wanted to show you guys today and add to my series on gear of the early 20th century woodsman. All right, guys, listen, I appreciate you joining me for this quick video today on this LL Bean foldable pack sled. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for our school, for our family, for our business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I hope to see you at a course in 2025 out here at the Pathfinder School in Southeast Ohio. Thanks, guys.